tuned into Renisha Marie Radio. I am Renisha Marie, and I am speaking with Erika Christensen. She starred as Julia Braverman Graham on the NBC family drama series Parenthood. This fall, she'll be joining forces with ABC for a new television show, Wicked City, which is set to air on October 27th at 10 o'clock p.m. Wonderful, wonderful day, Erika.
Nice to meet you.
You as well, thank you. I would like to thank you for taking time out of your schedule to answer a couple of questions. Now, our conversation is being recorded for interview purposes. Is this okay with you?
Oh, sure.
Wonderful. Let's begin by discussing your affiliation with Lean Cuisine. How did the union come about?
Well, I guess I'm pretty vocal about my healthy lifestyle choices.
Mm-hmm.
So they came to me and told me what they were doing with the brand, and I am pretty much in alignment with everything that they learned from their focus groups, which is, I do try to eat organic and high protein and gluten-free, and so really admired what they were doing, and I thought that they were approaching it in a realistic way, kind of the way that they were overhauling the brand was the same way that an individual might approach overhauling their diet and taking it one step at a time and being focused on one thing and not just trying to change everything all at once. So I've been giving them my own feedback as well, and then I get to talk to everybody like you about how much I love to exercise and all of that. It all kind of comes under the same heading.
Yes.
It's fun for me.
That's awesome. So you'll be joining forces this fall with ABC for your new TV show, Wicked City, which is set to air on October 27th at 10 o'clock p.m. How did the connection transpire?
With Wicked City, I was actually originally thinking about another role, and I came in to meet with the producers and do some scenes with them, and they said, what do you think about playing Betty?
Mm-hmm.
And I hadn't thought about playing Betty at all. In fact, my first reaction was, who's Betty? Because she had a different name in the original script. But then I found her really interesting, and we read some Betty scenes, and they gave me the role, and I was the first person on board for the pilot.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean, there's so many elements of this that I really like. First of all, Betty is, 180 degrees from Julia Braverman Graham. She's not confident. She's a damaged soul. She's not had a happy and healthy family upbringing,
Mm-hmm.
And she's really not very, very confident, and hasn't had good luck with men. So all of these things kind of put her right in this position of falling really hard for Kent,
Mm-hmm.
who is a serial killer. That's no spoiler. And then she seems to be pretty in, like hook, line, and sinker. She's going to go down the rabbit hole with him, and she has a lot to learn about herself in these 11 episodes, and so do we. I'm not out ahead of her too much. I'm sure Stephen Bagelman, who wrote it, is. but yeah, I'm really just curious to see how quickly she changes from when we first meet her as this kind of soft-spoken nurse and single mom to wherever she ends up.
Awesome. Now, I viewed the trailer for Wicked City, which is packed with suspense, romance, action, and full of drama. This is going to be one of the hottest shows this fall. Entertainment that will keep viewers hanging on the edge of their seats, craving for more. Now, please tell us, what measure, if any, did you take to prepare for your role as Betty Beaumont?
I did some research into women that have been involved romantically with convicted murderers. It's a very dark little pool to dip into there, but that we kind of decided that this is something that we want to focus on, making it really interestingly relatable, because the way that these two people treat each other is actually very sweet, and they seem to really nurture who each other really is, which is kind of all that you would want in a relationship. It turns out that these two people should not be maybe nurtured in who they are. They may be very dangerous. But it started out really as kind of like a what if for me. It started out with, what if you fell in love with someone who was really dangerous.
That's awesome. Now, how do you manage a busy career, making time for your family, as well as incorporate health and fitness into your life?
Honestly, it's just keeping those things in focus as the priorities. I really, really love my job, and there are definitely times where family and fitness kind of are pushed to the side, but it's only for specific, little stints, and then my home life is very much about, getting up in the morning and getting to the gym or getting on my bicycle and making sure that I get to cook dinner for my boyfriend, or, and hang out with my family, hopefully once a week. So it's thankfully also, let's be honest, technology is hugely helpful in that. FaceTime is a lifesaver for relationships and for family.
Yes, I hear you.
So that is definitely part of it. And just sharing, like I have pictures from work that I'm sending to my family, and send them the scripts that I'm working on so they can be excited. And,
that's awesome.
What's up with me. Yeah.
Wow, that's exciting. So please tell your fans something fun or funny about yourself that many people may not know.
Oh, God. Fun or funny? Okay, let's see. I mean, hopefully it's fun to know that I cook a lot. So, like, I would want to, if you came over to my house, I would want to cook for you. I would make you try weird things, because I'm always experimenting. I'm not much of a recipe follower, but, I like I made granola, and I'm like, try this granola. It's weird. It's got truffle salt on it, or something. I bought a new, seed from the health food store. Like, what is this?
I love it. Now that's fun. I love it. I would love to try your granola. Yummy. So, what advice, if any, do you have for those looking to take on a career in the entertainment industry?
I would say start wherever you can. No matter where you live, there's a local community that is involved with theater or even, young people in school plays. Definitely just get involved. The key to being something is doing that thing. So being an actor is definitely not about like sitting around on set having a cigarette or something. It's about acting. And the more you can audition, then that's the best thing ever, because you learn so much and you get your face out there and you grow your confidence. I would say when you get to a point that you really feel like I can do this, then you're good. And honestly, if you want more specifics, there's a really specific piece of advice that I give a lot of people, which is to call Screen Actors Guild and ask them for a list of legitimate agents, because they have a list and we'll give it to you for free.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. You have been so awesome. This concludes our interview. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, and I wish you